What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Johnson at Johnson's Holistic Farm. I'm getting ready to fire up the Neotec 68cc chainsaw for the first time. Just put oil and fuel in it. Something I do want to say is in my unboxing video, I pointed out it said it needs 25 to 1 ratio for the gas and the two-stroke oil, and it came with this mixing can. I was looking at it. Let me see. You can see right here, maybe. Hold on. It says 25 to 1 for non-synthetic oil and 40 to 1 for synthetic oil. I have synthetic oil, so I get to run 40 to 1, and it's the same I'm running in my other chainsaws. I told you I'm gonna run this, see how long it lasts and how it does. I'm not gonna try to tear it up. I'm not gonna abuse it. I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna work it a lot. Something else I wanted to add, I use non-ethanol fuel. So I'm not using ethanol, so that's not going to tear it up. But yeah, I got it fueled and oiled, and it's ready to run. Got it put together. I got my firewood measured. It's 16-inch, 14-inch, 12-inch. Something I wanted to show. This is just the generic bar sleeve, I guess. But they gave me a 20-inch bar sleeve instead of a bigger one. I put the 22-inch bar on here. It came with 22 and a 24, so you figure that'd been bigger. But you know, cheap saw, it is what it is. But I'm gonna fire it up and see how it runs. And I cut all this yesterday with my Husqvarna 460. I got some oak and some pecan I'm going to cut over here, so I'm going to work on this load of logs. I'm going to fuel it. Well, it's already fueled up. I'm interested to see how long it runs off a gas tank. They differ. My 50cc Husqvarna, it runs a lot longer off of a tank of gas than my 60cc, and this one is a 68cc, so we'll see what we get. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the camera set up, fire this thing up and run it, and we'll see how it does. All right, let's see how it does. Things tight. Switch automatically goes on, so on. Choke it. Prime it. Wait till some gas starts going in there. Gas is going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Try it out. Ooh wee. It's got a lot of resistance on the string. Alright, I'm gonna run a tank of fuel through here, tell y'all what I think. So far so good. It fired right up. It's got plenty of power. I'm sure that's an off-brand chain, but it's cutting good. It sounds and feels a lot different than a Husqvarna, but it's running good, it's cutting good. I'm gonna run that tank of fuel out, and then I'll tell y'all what I'm thinking about it. Alright, I just got done running the first tank. It only lasted 17 minutes, which isn't great. Which I couldn't tell you. I don't know how much fuel this thing holds compared to my other saws. All I know is they run a lot longer, both of them. I've never even timed the other two, but my 50cc saw, I mean, it runs a long time. My 60cc Husqvarna, it doesn't run nearly as long as the 50cc, but it still runs a lot longer than this thing. I haven't timed them. I'm gonna have to now just to compare them. I need to figure out if this thing holds as much fuel as them or not. But what I do know is I had a pile of logs about this size right here. It was all oak, all white oak. And one log was big. You can see this was that was the big log. That one I busted it in half with the maul. So I cut up 4 big logs in this pile, and then everything else except for 4 little logs I threw in from over here. But everything else I cut with my Husqvarna Rancher 460. I cut all this up with 2 tanks of fuel. And actually I cut a few of these. This thing, 1 tank, I cut, most of that was from with this saw. It was only, I think, like 4 logs I cut with this. So with my Husqvarna 60cc, I cut all these logs and like 4 of these. This thing on 1 tank, I cut most of these logs. I mean, it's a good little pile. It's all pecan. I cut that, I cleaned some junk off the side. See, I cut some junk wood off. I cut that. Cut that. I cut this. Not real impressed with that. Like I said, it might have a much smaller fuel tank. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I'm not impressed with how long the what are you doing, girl? How long the fuel lasted on that. Doesn't last nearly as long as my other ones, which, like I said, I don't know. It might only hold half as much fuel. I couldn't tell you. Either way, I wish it ran longer. I mean, I wish it held more fuel and ran longer. I'm not terrible, but 17 minutes to run through a tank of gas, that just ain't great. Ain't like I was holding it full throttle the whole time. I set it down and move logs around. It'd probably take me 3 tanks to cut all this up, at least 2. I mean, I don't know. I didn't put much of a dent in it. Those were some decent size logs I cut. That one was decent, but I haven't really cut on the big ones much at all. So it's gonna definitely take at least 1 more tank, but it might take 2 more tanks of fuel to get this done. Which I do understand. It's got a bigger engine than them other ones. I didn't really expect it to run as long as those. And I got to get a time, see how long them other ones run. Never timed them, but it's definitely longer than that. I couldn't believe that thing already ran out of gas. That was quick. I mean, usually by the time you run a tank of fuel, you're ready for a little water break. This thing, I mean, I could run 2 of those tanks non-stop without wearing myself out. But yeah, not impressed with that. But for a $200 saw, I mean, that came with 2 chains, 2 bars. I mean, usually a new bar will cost you about $100. So I mean, which, you know, who knows how long they last? Who knows if they're any good? I don't know. But a 68cc chainsaw with 2 bars, 2 chains for $200, you can't hardly beat it, unless it breaks today. If it breaks today, it wasn't worth it. So I'm not happy with how quick it runs through a tank of fuel. That's my main complaint on it. But also, I do want to point out the brake. It doesn't work correctly. I'm big on using these. I don't want nothing to happen. It's when I set a saw down, I'm gonna engage the brake. You know, shouldn't nothing happen without you pulling the trigger, but it's easy enough to do that. I'm just in the habit of it. I put my saw down, I put that down, and then when I go to run it, I pick it up, I pull it back. It's just a habit. Just don't need anything, no accidents to happen. I had this engaged and I pulled the trigger and the chain would still move. It wouldn't move full force, but this does not stop the chain from moving all the way. I don't know if all these are like that, if that's just a flaw in this one. But I do want to point that out. I don't know. I mean, ideally I'd have one that thing worked. That's not ideal at all, you know. Setting it down, that's one thing, but the main thing is when you got kickback and you're running this thing, it flips up, your hand hits that, and it stops the chain. So that's not great. I don't know if that's typical. I might try to return it because of that, because that's just really not safe. It's not good. It's not good. That safety should work. Which I don't know if they'll take it back. It's brand new. That should work. You know, these the thing, people have complaints with them and stuff. They don't run good. They don't run right. I've read a lot of mixed reviews, and like I said, some of them are great, some of them are bad. It's hard to believe reviews online. That's why I'm doing these videos about this. But I might email Amazon because it's brand new and it's not functioning correctly. That you need your safety to work. That's not a good thing. Don't want to hurt yourself for something goofy like that. So it cut good, it ran good, it's got plenty of power, but it ran through fuel way too quick and my safety isn't working. So I'll see where I go from here. I'm gonna keep running it. I'm gonna cut these logs up. I'm gonna go ahead and fuel back up, cut these logs. I'll have to think on it. There's a good chance I see about returning this, and it's not because how it runs, not the power, not the fuel. It's because the safety doesn't work. I mean, that should work. It's you can do without it, but it's not ideal. And the main thing is it's a brand new saw. The safety should work on it. So all the cats done made it over here. So yeah, that's where I am. It started good, ran good, cut good, runs out of fuel quick. My safety isn't working, so I'm gonna do some more cutting. I'm gonna think about it. I'm probably gonna contact Amazon and let them know it's defective and see if they can do something for me. Yeah, the fuel thing, I wouldn't send it back for that. That's just what it is. But that safety not working, that's not good. So I'm gonna do some more cut and think about it. I'll probably message them later and see what they say. I might be stuck with it. Maybe they'll refund me. I don't know. But I just want to give y'all a real honest review, because I know reviews online suck. Because like I said, they'll be half of them be 5-star, 40% of them be 2-star, and then 10% are 1-star. And you're like, well, what's the truth? And some reviews you read and it's like, it showed up broken. Like, okay, that was because of shipping. That's not because whatever you bought was junk. It's because it got broke in shipping. So it's just hard to rely on reviews, just because people are silly. It's if it arrives broke, message them, get a new one. Don't leave a 1-star review. So I'm gonna run it for the rest of the day. It might get. I'll message Amazon and I'll let y'all know what they say, because I want to keep running it and see how it does. See how long it actually runs well before I have any real problems. That was out of the box problem, which that would be a reason to give it a bad review, because it didn't get broken shipping. The box was fine. It was wrapped up. Nothing's cracked. There's no cracks in it. That is a defect out of the factory. So anyway, that's first time running it. My initial impression of it. Not bad for $200, but it runs out of fuel quick and that safety isn't working. So anyway, I'll keep y'all updated. I'll see y'all later.